teachers. I'm very glad to present our presentation about building technology and the advantage and disadvantage of informational resources, and of course teaching techniques and tools. Well, actually, now we know that there are so many supermarkets and hypermarkets and malls in Tashkent and outside Tashkent and provinces. And do you name any other malls that we have in our cities? Yeah. Someday, plans. Okay, let us imagine that we go shopping there. And there are so many things, there's so many foods, drinks, beverages, hygiene products, everything that we need. But not every time when we go into the mall that we get the things and products that we need. And sometimes we get the things that we don't need. And sometimes we spend too much on that. And after that we will have some financial problems. Well, and this bullying technology, why I'm referring that to the malls and supermarkets, because bullying logic also, it's like a shopping list. There is millions of information in the internet, and we can run for resources and it's endless. We can find anything we want. But do we need all those materials? Do we need those information? It depends what kind of shopping list we do with the bullying logic. Well, now my partners are going to talk about the advantage and disadvantage of the resource that we find in the internet. Well?
So, advantages of e-resources and finding e-resources. Just imagine you are making presentation work and you need to find some information. With the help of the internet, you can find this information very easily and fast.
So as Mida about mentioned that we are going to shopping, so imagine yourself what will happen if we had any kind of electricity. So the problem is the speed.
And while you are making that presentation work or project work, you can do this task with the help of the internet very easily, and you can manage your time also.
So another disadvantage is a lack of creativity. When you are going your student to do such kind of presentation, you can just take the any kind of information and just copy paste option. It limits your students' creative thinking.
And while searching information, when you go to the library, it can take more some kind of difficulties to find that exact book and exact information. But with the help of the internet, all the information is accessible.
So another disadvantage, this is a virus. While working on computer, you may damage just on yourself, just on the computer.
And most of the information which are given in the internet are updated informations, and you can know what is going all around the world.
So about mentioned about virus, we have distractions, information at exam. So today most of our youth are wasting their time on computer, any kind of working site, different sites. So what happens? It's damage not for your computer, it's just for damage to our society.
And well, if you find that exact information, you can share this information with your friends easily.
So, as Naila mentioned about the sharing information, while we are going to share information, you might damage or harm to your house because maybe you as any kind of house to your harm.
Just imagine you are making big presentation about something or big project about something. You have to read lots of books and you cannot carry that all books from one place to another place. But you have e-version of that books. It can be portable and you can take them everywhere, wherever you want.
Where you want to take everything to another thing, what will you do if in power cuts?
And again, that suggestion, buying all the books costs very expensive, but if your friends have the e-version of that books, they can share you all the necessary books and it can be more affordable.
So another big part about the plagiarism. So according working on the e-resources, our students will taught to plagiarism. So we will give another floor to our colleagues.
Teaching techniques.
Okay, with this. Now You have been informed about good and bad sides of two kinds of resources. The first one was books and the second one was internet, e-world. But whenever people invented or created technologies which were mentioned to help or easify their life, had two sides. The first one was disadvantages and advantages. In any case, people should keep the balance. We should use in balance books and e-world because they have got unique specific sides.
Thank you. Well, did you think next?
It's also necessary to know about the technique tools. If you know there are some kind of people who have their different intelligence, they are visual, kinesthetic, and auditory, and there are also the audio aids and visual aids and audio visual aids. And the audio aids are, there are radios, some kind of tapes, recorders, and others. And
also we can use their visual aids together, and one of them you can see in this room also, this kind of visual aids. They are charts, pictures, maps, tables, and we can use our white or blackboard charts as visual aids. And together we also
have audio and
visual aids, both of them together.
They are, they are our
projectors, TVs,
yes.
films.
Any tool that you need necessary to find the necessary information.
Yeah, thank you. Well, now we are living in a world that full of information. And when we are living in a challenging world, we have massive opportunities to be academically developed and to improve our knowledge and to be in academic level. Because of electronic resources and because of books, we can only by individual research and by independent learning, we can be whoever we want. We can be professional and more sophisticated in our fields. So we have to find, as my colleagues mentioned, that keep the balance and move on, never lose creativity, and always find new chances and spend time and energy effectively and proficiently, and so that we can be the person that we really want. We can be the person that everyone is in our society. Well, I want to finalize our presentation with a German proverb. God gives them nuts, but it doesn't correct them. Well, the delicious part of the nut is a kernel, but we have to crack the nut to find that kernel. And the real essence of the nut is filling up with a kernel. And so that there are millions and tons of information in there. But not everyone finds a kernel in the nuts. And some of us just deliver the nuts to others, and without cracking, we cannot do the delicious part. But with creativity, with much more individuality, we can find that kernel, and it will be very delicious. Thanks for this.